What's up, good people? It is New Year's Eve, and today is a very special day. It marks a very important milestone for all of us because we have made it to the end of 2024. This is my official 2024 recap. This might be long, but it's gonna be good and extensive. Things that you guys knew happened this year, things y'all even didn't know that happened this year. We're gonna talk about all of it. So let's go. So you guys might notice that the vlog location might change every couple of minutes. That's because it's New Year's Eve and we are getting ready for two parties tomorrow over here with family and church and everything. So 2024 is coming to a close in just a couple hours, and that is crazy to believe because it's just like, I was just telling you guys Happy New Year, like coming into this year. So that is absolutely insane. There's so much that has happened this year when I think about it as a whole, like now from December 31st, 2024 and back. It's crazy because like when you're in the moment and you go day by day or week by week and month by month, it's like small increments of time. But when you put it all together, that's when it really gets crazy. Getting into January was a vibe. It was actually a vibe this year. I felt good about coming into a new year. Somehow this year felt different, and it was different. It turned out to be my comeback year. You know, when you experience loss and a hurricane and a pandemic and a surgery and all these things back to back in 5 to 8 years, like it's really impossible to believe that you'll ever have a good year after all these consecutive years of heartbreak and disappointment and setback. But January this year was really the reset button for my life and just everything concerning me. Entering 2024 felt relieving, honestly. It had some huge moments like church anniversary and church dedication, which I will never ever forget. I think that was the biggest thing that really happened in January. Before I get into February, I'm gonna leak some news. I haven't told you guys this. I mean, I have, but not like in full-blown detail. I have to be careful as to how much I share with you guys because like I have to be mindful that this is a social media platform and this is public, and you know, people can interpret anything how they want to. And don't even get me started talking about, you know, being in a public figure family where everybody knows who you are in your hometown because your grandparents and parents are pastors and preachers. I've talked about this before. I just really didn't give it a name because if I gave it a name, y'all would have known what was going on. But from about mid-January to mid-February, I was in a talking stage. Well, surprise! Some people knew, some people didn't. My close circle knew, but none of y'all knew. None of y'all knew. I kept it hush hush. It wasn't long at all anyways. I ended up calling it off just because, you know, and we'll get into all of that. I'm going to tell you guys all of what happened. But I have never been in an official dating relationship. So when it came to what I was feeling, I was more so in love with the idea of being romantically loved than specifically like the individual. All in all, this person had love at first sight for me. I wasn't necessarily in it like that. You know, when the mutual friend between us like introduced us and I asked, I was like, this is a friend, right? Friend. Nothing before that. Just friend. I was not interested in pursuing a serious relationship, especially with me still being in high school and just still going through the phase of life after loss as well and recovering through so many different things. And you're also just sifting through friendships, you know, like the ones that you're gonna keep and the ones that you can do away with. And also, like I said, you know, with me having so many tragedies back to back in life and recovering from all of them, you know, I want to be the best version of myself that I can be to a significant other, and I'm still working through many things. And I don't believe that getting into a relationship to make you happy is the right thing to do. Many people think that their issues go away when they get into a relationship. I believe in getting into a relationship to add to my happiness. I believe that you have to create that version of what happiness looks like for yourself, because the last thing you want is for your brokenness to break on other people. So along the way, as along the way, as I got to know this person, God was just showing me some red flags that I had missed in the beginning, that I had completely ignored for the sake of love. God just started to show me these different things, and I started connecting the dots, and it was just a much more clear reminder to me of how good things and God things are two completely different things. And when you get into a relationship with someone, you have to consider that could potentially be your life and influences the choices that you make for the rest of your life. And knowing my tale, I knew I should have stuck with my first mind and been clear about, it just being a friendship. And even now, I don't think I would have been in a friendship knowing now what I didn't then. I just assumed that it was a God thing because 2024 felt different. It felt like a new thing. It felt like, okay, we going somewhere finally. And so I just went along with it because I thought I was dumb. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought it was so good that I didn't even go to God and ask him if it even came from him. That's how good it felt to me. Of course, I told my siblings, my trio, about him, and my sister, she didn't really say much about it. She just didn't have much to say. I didn't tell her as much though as I did tell my brother. And I actually ended up telling my brother like a whole lot more, just because he's a male, so he would understand, from the opposite gender perspective of, the dynamic. And my brother is my protector. And I'm glad that I told my brother just about every single thing that happened, because he was able to walk through the journey with me. And like I said, give that perspective that I obviously wouldn't have. And I will never forget this moment of when I understood, in a greater way, what this was teaching me. Having friends that God speaks through is just, it hits different. I remember Valentine's Day, as things were starting to wind down and I started to notice that this isn't going to work. My brother, all three of us, my sister, brother, and I, we were all on our way to lunch on Valentine's Day to hang out, celebrate, that sort of thing, because we always try to do some sort of holiday celebration together, whether that's on the actual day or before or after, depending on what holiday it is. So we go off campus at lunch, and my brother starts talking to me, and he never talks to me like this. Like, we're always joking, we're always laughing. It's very rare that we have a serious conversation. He said, in quotes, I'm quoting what he said. He said, "You two haven't talked in 5 days." Which is a problem, especially if he had interest for you at first. Like, if he's obsessed with you, you've been the one giving the most attention, and you don't even like him. He said that's also a problem because you're getting your time wasted. You're just telling yourself you love him because you've never experienced anything like that before. Then he said, and I know that you were promised a Valentine's Day gift, and you can't even tell me what you got because you didn't even get it. And it's almost the end of the day. When I say my brother was just, I couldn't even say anything. I just sat there in the passenger seat, just listening to him like, yeah, you right. It's just a little bit of what my brother said, but that just goes to show you how protective my brother gets. Like, we joke around, we talk, and laugh. Like, if we don't laugh or joke, our conversation is not legit. I knew he wasn't playing with me. So over this 5-day non-talking period, of essentially being led on, I honestly was at peace, because y'all already know me. I'm an independent person. I do good with or without. Like, I don't need you. So yeah, that's what happened in that season. I didn't bring it up because It was so fast, and you never know how long things last anyways these days, especially when you're in high school and you're still in that phase where you're figuring out life and becoming an adult and a lot is changing. But yeah, I was the one who called it off. It was me, y'all. Okay, I'm just putting it there right now. It was me. Because as soon as I see that something ain't working, we got to change the script. And so that was the end of that. And I've been enjoying my life ever since. And it's been an amazing 2024. Then we get into February. February was so special, so good. And pretty much my self-love era getting back to me. Valentine's Day, y'all already know. That's one of my favorite holidays ever. It's always been one of my favorite holidays. It's just so cute, and celebrating love is just, y'all already know me. Like, I love celebrating the people I love. Although it was the same week when I decided to call things off, I had so much peace, so much love and support surrounding me that I wasn't even phased, you know, because I actually was the one that made the decision. And I was actually out of town when I did it. And so I just kind of sent that little text that said, hey, I don't want to pursue you in this way, etc. Sent, and I was good. I went to Buc-ee's for the first time, took a nap, got out my car, got ready for church in the morning, got in the shower, got into bed, and life moved on. Said person ended up responding to my text that I had sent while I was actually sitting in Texas Roadhouse having dinner with my parents and my godparents. And I was sitting in between my mom and my dad, so I was in the middle. And I was just looking at my phone, just like so excited, because I was like, okay, good, this is over. Yes. March 2024, y'all. March was good. Okay, prom ate down, I'll tell you that. I looked so good. I loved my blue dress. I honestly felt like it was meant to be and meant for me to find and wear, because I felt like it was a tribute to my pop, because his favorite color was blue and he never got to like send me off to prom. So I think just having that touch of blue and just including him in that way, like that just felt so special to me. God is very strategic about, you know, his timing, because me and Talking Stage were going to prom together. We were planning to go to prom together. And the way that God blocked that, y'all, because it would have been a nightmare for me to look back at my camera roll in March 2024 and see pictures and get paid professional pictures and see a person that ain't doing nothing for me. Another highlight was spring break with my siblings. We had the absolute best time of our lives. I mean, my Lord, that was such a good trip. My brother didn't get to go with my sister and I on my 17th birthday trip that I did for the weekend of my birthday. And so, because he had actually gotten sick. He always gets sick during my birthday, never fails. Come September, he's always sick. So of course, my birthday is September. We get through all of the holidays, you know, and homecoming, October through February, you know, and then we get to March and we were like, hey, we're gonna go to Destin, we're gonna have some fun, we're gonna go to the beach, spend all week on the beach. And it was amazing. Y'all, when I say we let Destin have it, we let Destin have it. We went to the beach, we got dressed up one of the days, and we went on our dolphin cruise. Those pictures that we took that day are like, they're in my 2024 recap on social media in the pictures that I posted, but that, like those pictures that we took, some of my favorite group pictures of us together. We spent the day walking around Destin, went to dinner, watched the sunset even. I mean, we made the sweetest memories that week, and I love being in, you know, one of my favorite places with my favorite people of all time. It's just the little moments that, you know, make life so beautiful. Just playing in the pool and the hot tub and playing volleyball and just in the sand on the beach and singing together and blasting music on the Bluetooth speaker. Just enjoying life together and just being kids and acting like kids, because all three of us, we've gone through so much in our lives, in our childhood, and to experience, you know, a little bit of, you know, childlike wonder, you know, together for a minute, even though we're in high school, is cool. here we go with another location change. It's gonna be that way probably the rest of this vlog. But April and May, let's get into it. April and May always feels like the same month to me. Like April and May just kind of run together. It never feels like two separate months. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't, just depending on what's going on. I'm combining them both. I feel like those are like the two stressful months of the year, like in the middle of the year, where like you're questioning all of life's decisions and the school year's ending and it's testing season and you're just stressed and you're just trying to get things done. It's always stressful in April and May, but I will say one of the things that eased my mind in between all of that was the bachelorette trip for my cousin. And that was like a fun, nice getaway to get away from the chaos because I was so stressed. I had a lot of anxiety. Junior year was a lot. It was my first school year without my pop, and there was just a lot of things that went on in junior year. Also in the months of April, May, my brother and I, we spent a lot of time together because he actually became my tutor for a class that he had taken a year before me. And so, you know, he was just teaching me, you know, different things, the ins and outs, and even things that I wasn't even taught by my own teacher for that class. And so that was stressful, but, you know, we had a lot of good food and talks and tutoring sessions all in there, and just lots of coffee too, and just notes spread out all over the table. But we got it done and I ended up passing that test, so I owe my brother so much. But it was also a time of celebration because that is when I found out that I was going to be Pep Club president for this year, my senior year, and I also got inducted into the Spanish Honor Society, which my godparents got to be there and come watch, as well as a few unbiological aunties and uncles, along with my parents, of course. So that was a fun time. June, I really feel like when we hit June is like when everything just went on the up and up. Like the first half of 2024 was great. You know, it was a great start. One of the biggest highlights of June was celebrating my 5th Spaniversary. As you guys know, like this day is very, very special to me because it is one of the scariest yet life-changing days of my life. I really don't know how else to describe it outside of that. This journey of, you know, scoliosis has had its ups and downs, and every year since the year I got surgery is another year that God saved my life and has allowed me to live after such a traumatizing experience. This year I wanted to take pictures to celebrate because, you know, it tells the story of the journey. And when you go back and you look at my Spaniversary post, I shared both the then versus now pictures.
What did I tell you? Another location change. It's been a busy day, but I'm getting this vlog done. Y'all are getting y'all 2024 recap.
So 4th of July is my favorite summer holiday. If you guys didn't know, it's always scorching hot in July here in Florida, but it's always a vibe walking around downtown, eating some of that good food that only comes during 4th of July, getting the funnel cake. Don't forget about the fireworks show every single year, like to end off the day. So the week after 4th of July was family vacation with my parents and my siblings. We all went to Orlando to go to Disney. I mean, we did other things throughout the week besides going to Disney, but Disney was the main reason for going. But we had the time of our lives. It was so good, so fun. And it's a trip that we don't ever like not talk about, honestly. It is like our top favorite vacation. Now, y'all know me. I love trips. I love, you know, experiences, but it's even more so the things that people don't see, you know, as well. Like the way we stayed up past midnight almost every single night, just talking about everything from family drama, school year recap, just other things in general. Like you would have thought we had our own podcast or talk show, because we were just flying from topic to topic, and we're always like that. Other sweet moments surrounding the most important moments. We got ready together like every time we would go out. I mean, my brother had his own room and bathroom, and my sister and I, we shared, but it seemed like every single time we got ready, our brother ended up like getting ready in the same bathroom as us, and we were all sharing one big mirror. We also can't forget about us all being on the couch or in the bed scrolling through TikTok and just straight chilling. And I also have to say, we did roam around the resort in our pajamas just doing sibling things. I loved it so much. And it's one thing to get on TikTok and see the sibling TikToks and, how, all these people have such a great relationship with their siblings. But for me to have that chance to experience that in real life, especially with me being my parents' only biological child, I couldn't have asked for anything better. So August, that was a really chill month. It was the start of senior year, football season, all the things. It was the thrill of a new yet somewhat last chapter. My birthday month hit so hard this year. Good stuff all the way from September 1st to September 30th. I literally felt like God rested on me. I've had a lot of great birthdays over the course of my lifetime, but 18 ate down. It ate down so much to the point where I have watched my own weekend recap birthday edition episode over and over and over again so I can relive the moment. The outpouring of love from friends and family was just beyond anything that I could have ever asked for. It was even more perfect than any gift I received. People that just mean so much to you and have influenced who you are as a person. And it's always just sweet when you're listening to them tell you how much you've impacted their life. That's just one of the sweetest things to me. My weekend birthday trip was absolutely amazing. It was just so perfect, from dinner on the last night of me being 17, me being a minor, the dinner cruise on my actual birthday, the evening of my birthday, and then coming home and getting ready for my birthday dinner and having my birthday dinner with my two siblings, of course, and then my childhood best friend. That was the best weekend for me. After dinner came the after party, which was at the arcade, Dave & Buster's, and then we got ice cream after that. And I'm a very family-oriented person, as you guys know and can tell. So I wanted some of my birthday with my parents and then some of my birthday with my siblings. And so I got to have both in one weekend, and that was perfect for me. Another big highlight of September 2024 was being a bridesmaid in my cousin's wedding. Right after my birthday week, actually. It was my birthday week trip, and then we're right back in Destin again for the beach wedding, and it was just so special to get to be a part of. I've been a part of several wedding parties before, and getting to be involved in someone's big day like that, and the behind the scenes and just getting ready together, all that cutesy stuff, that is such an incredible honor. So October was all about having fun and making memories, and just enjoying, senior year things. Top favorite moments, doing my sister's hair for her senior pictures. We still talk about that day all the time. It's just one of our top favorite moments in our sisterhood. And it's definitely one of those moments where I look back and think, wow, I love being a big sister. And also going to the fair with my siblings was also another top favorite moment in October. Of course, always having the time of our lives, acting like kids, and my siblings, they make me have fun, and I love watching them have fun too. Also in October, my second nephew was born, and I became an auntie for the second time. My god siblings had their second child, second son, and auntie life is so much fun, and I love it so much. But then to end October off with a banger, homecoming. Oh, homecoming. That week was exhausting, but it was good. It was really good. I barely saw any of my classes that week. I'll just tell y'all now, I know that school leave hate to see me coming. So November was also just as sentimental and special, filled with lots of good memories with family and friends. Top favorite moments, getting to take my flowers from homecoming to Pop Pop and Meemaw's grave. In everything I do, I think of them, and I know how much they would have loved to be a part of these special moments in my life and milestones if they were here. And I knew I wanted to honor them in some way, just because this is my last homecoming. And, they didn't get to see it and be here for it. And so they have just been such huge contributors to this journey of mine. And I knew that as soon as homecoming was over and we were done with all of my flowers, that I wanted to take it to their grave. Winning an award with my brother was also a favorite top moment of the year in general and in the month of November. He's not my brother by blood, but in my heart, man, we locked in for real, for real. We do everything together. We've been on this journey of high school all 4 years, and, you know, we've gone through a lot of things together, and individually as well. And, you know, sometimes both at the same time, but all of our hard work and our tears and our frustration, like, it made this award more meaningful. But lastly, fall break to end November on such a sweet note was so good. I go back to the fall break / Thanksgiving edition of Weekend Recap this year all the time. There's just so many great memories to relive from that entire week, and that week just really captured like just this simplicity of life, and that's what I love. And fall break was really my calm before the storm, which is when we roll over into this month, December 2024. December 2024 started off rough for me. Y'all already know. If you need context as to how bad it started, just go back to the first week of December weekend recap, because that's really when it all happened, and I told you guys live in the moment of what was going on. But it was a lot of warfare to get through, I'll tell you that. It was warfare on all levels, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, all the things. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you the anxiety, the confusion, the frustration, the anger, the betrayal that I felt just from the heaviness of it all, because my mind was floating to a million different places at once. As time went on, God gave me peace, and that doesn't mean that it didn't hurt, and it still does hurt somewhat in a way. But God gave me peace, an unexplainable peace that is just beyond what I could even do for myself. The first half of December, pretty much December 1st to December 18th, is really when it all just felt like a blur to me. I mean, there were some good moments thrown in between all the chaos, but other than that, if I didn't take pictures, if I didn't take videos, it didn't happen.
I cannot believe it has taken me this entire day to get this vlog done, but I told y'all are getting a 2024 recap, and we are almost done. Winter break was fun this year. Winter break. I'm putting that in air quotes because y'all already know nothing about my Christmas vacation screamed winter break. I think weekend recap and all the pictures really spoke for itself. As y'all know, I have become less and less of a materialistic person. I feel like after a hurricane, a pandemic, losing 2 grandparents, and a major surgery, there's just so much that I've learned to live without, honestly, and be content. I will say the biggest like hot ticket items that I've gotten this year as gifts: a new phone, a new laptop, a new curling iron. I've never been a trendy person. I don't know, just the trends are not my hype. I like simplicity. And so the cruise itself was my main Christmas gift. And even if you go back and look in weekend recap of the Christmas cruise week, we did have stockings. I wasn't expecting to have stockings, honestly. I thought the cruise was just the main Christmas gift for the whole family, but that was an added bonus. So yeah, my greatest Christmas gift this year was to just be on the cruise to the Bahamas, traveling out of the country for the first time, and especially on a major holiday with my parents, and just have time for us 3. It was incredible. So wrapping up 2024 as a whole, wow. Wow. There are no words that can adequately describe the past 12 months. It's been mixed with so many emotions, trips, experiences, and memories that I will never, ever forget. Everything that happened this year was for a reason and has contributed to who I am this current moment on December 31st, 2024. 2024 was definitely my comeback year. For the past 5 to 8 years of my life, I would have been able to say that just with all the chaos going on. And I would have never ever imagined that a year this good was headed my way. So many beautiful things. I mean, you know, you have the regular ups and downs of life. I am really thankful for all that God has done for me this year. It's just been so much. There's so many blessings and opportunities and answered prayers and just so many more things that I could add in this recap. The list just goes on, and I cannot believe that we have made it to the end of another 365. But I can't wait for another round of 365 with the people that I love dearly with all of my heart. Thank you guys so much for the love and support this year. It has been beyond amazing, and it's been an honor to have you guys along this journey and share so many special memories with you guys, even the not so great ones. I look forward to more awesome memories being made with you guys next year in 2025. Thank y'all so much for watching, and cheers to my comeback year.